just to continue on with 2, because we started off from the beginning, so it's kind of like part of 3, but whatever. So I've been working on void science in the background. Basically just making a lot of void science using this whole setup. Just popping through all of the void sciences that I could do. If it was a singular void science, we were doing it. We're getting to the point that we need normal sciences again, so this setup is going to start using normal sciences again. I didn't realize how crappy my voice sounded this morning. Sheesh. I also found out recently. Oh, well, that's a problem. Where are you now? Okay, well, that looks fine. I'd also found out recently that sand is a possible byproduct, so we're gonna have to put a connection in to put sand into this. Luckily, it's not too much of an issue. I'll just do this. Improv priority left. Here. And sand. There we go. Luckily, we haven't gotten any sand through yet that I know of. It should have been gotten caught in the trap chest. And I'm not going to be throwing sand into this just yet. You also probably noticed I made a bunch of trees. This is just basically all the byproduct of trees I'm getting from here. Eventually we're going to be redesigning the system, but right now I'm probably just going to tear it apart. Because that's all the void science, and we're going to be looking more into getting the void science a permanent home, at least for this iteration of the mix. That's a lot of tree. Eventually I'll have a similar system that will do the same thing, but what it'll do is it will pump the extra trees into making void fuel. Or void flux. Which is going to be our next setup. So next would be stone. Is that sand? Yes, it is. We can melt down sand. That's actually extremely useful. Right now I'm not going to be using any of that ideas, but I am trying to keep an idea on what I have an idea for what an iteration of this final base will look like. Basically a void base, using the idea of all of the void. Basically, I'm thinking what I should do is take all of the products that we create and do the same thing I did with these raw materials. this is less than 2. Let's go 500. This is greater than 2. That, and turn around. This technically doesn't need an offshoot because it doesn't produce scrap. Here we go. Not a problem because it's gonna eventually work out, but it's kind of something I want to consider for the next base. I'll think about it. Fine. It's fine for now. Okay. Back to this. Alright, now the next area is actually gonna have a break in it because I need to break right here. Let's see. Stone, iron, copper, brick, wood, coal. So we have stone, iron, copper, brick, wood. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm thinking we'll do is we'll do this. We'll do one here. And then 1, 3, 4. Actually, where is keys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're gonna say 9. We're not gonna need 9. That's fine. And then yeah, we'll do another 9 here. That'll work. Go ahead and grab a couple of those. And then what we'll do is we'll just do this. Alright, so first things first. Stone, 2, 3. bricks. Right. There we go. So this one will be coal. This one would be wood. Would be wood. Okay. So that gets all of our byproduct going off that way. Go ahead and leave a break here. One here. One here. Do this, this, this. Stone. There we go. That'll pull the stone off of those. I think there might be stone and coal as well, but I think that's the only one. No, that's got spoilage. Is there stone in? Yeah, there's stone and brick. Okay, there's also coal and brick. So what we'll do with that one is we'll just do fine. Now, if I do this... that. Brick is right there. Yep. One of the main reasons I'm doing this is I'm trying to decrease the amount of times that it has to go back towards the, that has to go off towards the side. Now only 2 of the products will be going off to the side, while everything else will be going down to the south. Gets us our amounts figured out. Maybe I'd start bringing these down. Next one will be here, which I probably could just go ahead and do this. It will be melting down. Close, but that's the one I was looking for. Melting down iron. And then again, I'll go ahead and capture this. Look at that. This iron. There we go. Alright. And then now what I can do is this. So next is melt down copper ore, produce copper ore. Next one, brick. Melt down brick. Produce brick. Oh, nope, not that one. Produce brick. Actually, I also need to fix this one. This one's also wrong. can technically avoid some of the problems I'm running into if I put these sideways instead of longways. So instead of having them go like this, if they fed into this pipe instead, since this pipe's already here, these wouldn't have an issue. Like, I could do this. But it's not that big of a deal to me. It's like, we already have plenty of copper. It's not like it's a huge deal. But if you wanted something that would work a little bit faster, that is a possibility. It's also something I like to point out every once in a while, just so because when I say something out loud, I usually remember it longer. And when I'm rebuilding the actual base, I might keep that in mind for like considering what I'm going to build for the next, for when we build the ultimate base. That's everything. Let's go to here real quick. Drop all of our stuff off. I can go in here. Get rid of a lot of stuff in our inventory. Alright, let's see. So it would be wood and then coal. So let's get the last of these set up. So melt down wood, create wood, finally create coal. Bunch more of these, which I could be making this out of, could be making these on the belt, but I can just keep making them like this. We'll get a lot of scrap out of it, but it's fine. I need more of those, and then just more of the other things. This one needs copper. Go ahead and grab some copper. Make a bunch of those. Need a bunch more of the void crafters, which means more brick. More copper. Iron. More iron. Brick. More iron. start making these void forges, these void crafters on the belt. Right now I'm just trying to get everything a little bit of running. The only thing right now that's not being ran is coal. Because coal comes down and does this whole thing. But that's fine for now. Being so much scrap byproduct because it's all from crafting so many of these things by hand. Well, I have that scrap chest down there. Did I do the tech that lets me void crafters? I don't think I've unlocked that one yet. We're going to be doing that as soon as we get into it, but I don't think I've unlocked it yet. It is something to check though. We only need about 8 more, so it's not that big of a deal. What are we currently missing? Copper. Brick. And finally iron. Hopefully finally iron. Yep. I'll give us enough of those. Alright. Time to let the coal actually flow. That way. That way. Alright. Next, let's go ahead and let's go down and get rid of all of our scrap real quick. And now, question we've all been waiting for. Or at least the question I've been waiting for. What are we getting? What all are we getting from the thing? Something tells me, I think that's the stone brick, and I think it's something that tells me I've taken care of all of the product we get from stone brick before it even gets here, which is wonderful. Time for the old process of just dropping it all in a warehouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh! I thought there were 7 belts for some reason. I think there were 7 belts up until stone got pretty much. No. Who's not having it? Oh, the disgusting slime doesn't have an offshoot. That's why. There they go. Go ahead and run them for a few seconds. Turn them all off. The crystals. Alright. Carbon. Copper. Tree seeds. Easier way to do this technically. And then what I can do is I can do this. Now, seeds are going to be an issue. Oh, because the seeds are being an issue. Okay, that's fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and do this. Set up a temporary fix, which is what we're going to do. This is not going to be permanent, but it will be able to fix our issue. There we go. We are still having a power problem, but that's alright. I'm gonna get rid of some of our forest. 78 boilers. 78 steam engines, 39 boilers, a couple of these. 2 void forges. Add and use this. Yes, I did. All of them were planted by me. So, I don't know if you remember, but we had that wood setup that basically made void, which basically used the void recipe to make wood, but it didn't do it from void flux, it just did it from the void itself. But they were in void forges, so I was just burning off the wood, the spoilage, the wood and the spoilage to make seeds and void crystals in order to do all the void research. So one way of getting void crystals really early that's really easy, since you can burn wood, spoilage, and seeds for power in a void forge. It's something I've learned to do the early voidcraft recipes with in order to get a lot of the shards you need early on for what is basically very little cost. Screaming at me about power deficits. Alright, so first things first. Let's do this just to get the power back on. That's all of the void, that's all the steam engines, yep. I almost called them void engines. It'd be kind of interesting if there was a void engine where you could just turn void flux into power. Wow, actually pretty good. Back these together. Bring this down. Bring this over. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just gonna do them straight from the void for now. I probably will change this later to have them use void flux. I think I'm starting to see the void though. I've been thinking about ways of doing this that completely change how I look at the game of Factorio because of the fact that I have void tech. almost fixed. I could eat wood. Oh, because it's spoiled. Because this all stocked up. It's alright. Alright, so we're getting closer and closer to me needing to do another redesign of the base. Because I messed up when I was designing it originally. Mostly because I didn't have enough I don't have enough space for all the products I want to make. So basically everything above where I'm currently standing, well, everything below where I'm currently standing needs to get destroyed. I like the fact that my forest is actually having an effect on the pollution. Then again, this base doesn't produce nearly as much pollution as some of the Factorio bases I built in a normal Factorio world. So, spoilage is mostly a burnable thing, so let's go ahead and turn the spoilage on as well. Carbon can be burnt, but we actually use carbon. Prismarite shards can be used, void shards can be used, and these two can be turned into the plates, which is part of the reason why this needs to get a redesign. But we're not going to do the redesign just yet. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I don't plan on doing a redesign just yet. Because there's a technology I don't have yet that I want. Noticing how much of this is all built, how much all of this is backed up. Sheesh. First things first. This normally wouldn't happen. The problem with it is, though, is that I'm doing a lot of handcrafting, and all this scrap is coming from handcrafting, so we're not using up the copper that's in here. That would normally be getting used up in order to keep the system flowing. That's alright. I'm not super worried about it, not right this second at least. Oh, this one. Alright, so now... iron scrap. Copper scrap. We'll get the scrap out. Let's go right about here. Need to actually start working on science again. Put it off for far too long. Darn you, progression paralysis. It's not like I haven't been working on things I need to work on. My main issue though is like everything I've been working on has not been super effective. No, not that. Ah, darn it. The only good thing about one of the best things about Factorio, if you build something wrong, you can just literally have your bots pick it up and move it one space to the right. There we go. Yeah, we should have red and green science right now. We are going to have to redesign this, but I'm going to hopefully get through red, green, and a little bit of blue. Not a lot of blue, just a little bit of blue. Although, I don't know if it's going to be possible without getting some of the iridescent science, and with the iridescent science I need the prismarite shards, which I'm not bringing down yet. Alright, I have ways around that, that's fine. Let's get this running, and at least get the red and green science finished. I didn't make crafters at any point. I should make crafters. Fine. So, one there. One there. If I say I want to make this, it's iron plates, gears, and some green circuits. And then if I want to make this, it's iron plates, gears, it's steel plates, gears, and circuits, and the assembly machine. That. Iron plates, gears, circuits. Blacklist. Blacklist. Assembly machines. So you need gears, circuits, and steel. So gears. Circuits. And steel. But yeah, I planted all those trees because I wanted to use up a lot of the seeds, and I just didn't want to throw them into the void. It's also like technically a stockpile of wood saved up. Got to do 2 stacks of those. There we go. Hopefully that'll start running through some of our copper so that we can get the scrap line running again. Prioritize right. Oh wait. No, I ruined it. instead of 1. No, it's 3 instead of 2. Sheesh. Alright, so a lot of these I probably don't need, but technically radars are useful. If for nothing more than just to keep the map open. Even though I'm always on this planet, so it's not like it's a big deal. There are other things you can do with radars, it's just... So that's noticeable, is that we need to add in more furnaces for the scrap if we're going to be using those furnaces. It's not that bad for when the scrap's coming in like this, but when we're getting the scrap also from this, we're running out of room for scrap. That's something to be considered in the future. Next. Let's build it back here. Let's go ahead and do this. We're going to switch this over to being green. Now, unlike everything else, I know that these aren't going to go as far as the, since I know I'm not going to be keeping this base around forever. I'm basically just going to build this for, a little bit of throughput, not a lot of throughput. Oh, right, scrap. Okay, I have a way of handling that, that's fine. Yellow belts to the right. I'm realizing I don't need this many science belts. think, don't these take, yes they do. So I can piggyback off of this other system. I don't have to be super worried about this because pretty much this is all going to be, this is going to be the end of it. Because I'm not going to be able to do blue science with this base. I just have to accept that at this point. I could do blue science, it's not impossible. It's just extremely unlikely. It'd be a lot easier just to set up a new base for it. And there we go. Takes care of that scrap. Oh. There we go. The oil gathering, solar energy, logistics train network. Lights, pipes. Didn't build that many. Way too much green science, but not nearly enough. See, there's one byproduct of sand. Hello, Wolf. Let's go ahead and stop the mining productivity. I'll do that off camera. I'll do all the stuff that isn't going to be relevant off camera. No, at least some of it. Not all of it. Because technically, yeah, these factories, like, I want them to be relevant because I want to use the factories. I've not gotten around to the idea of using factories yet. And at the risk of sounding confusing, Wolf, I did see your announcement and I voted accordingly. If you're confused, just remind me after the stream and I'll explain better. So, Prismarite, shards, and carbon are the three things we backed up on with this. If I take care of carbon, we'll get coal flowing again. Well, technically we won't get coal flowing again because we have all the shards, all the void shards saved up. Why is that pipe just laying there? Oh yeah, that's from when we tore down the old base. There is something I do need to build. We need iron for a power switch. Doing good so far. Glad to finally be back on my weekend. This week felt like it was amazingly long. Which, to those watching on stream and to those who will be watching this on YouTube later, just while I'm thinking about it, a little side announcement. I do apologize that the recordings haven't been up as much lately, and that it seems like I'm doing stream a lot though. Stream is something I have at a set time, while recordings I don't have at a set time yet. So, and this time of the year I just get super busy. Okay, so where is it? There's so much stuff now. Wind fuel greater than 500. Keep the power on. And that'll keep our power from dying in the future. Technically I could burn carbon. Yeah, I should do that. And technically I could just add it to here. Just gonna add it to here. And technically that still means we still need to figure out what to do with void shards. Which we have more than enough void flux. Let's do the void shards. I know what we're gonna do with void shards. I know what we're gonna do with both void shards and with prismarite crystals. Prismarite crystals. And void shards. Now we'll just stockpile them. But yeah, other than majoritively busy, been good. Work was a pain this week, but that's usually a thing. Are you talking about what I said earlier? Oh, let me send it to you in a DM just in case. I don't know how much you want what I'm talking about to be public information. Hopefully that makes more sense. The gates. Do that. I'll set that up, but I don't think we have enough void signs for that one. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to break down the entirety of it soon. The big thing is that I need to figure out where I'm going to put all my processing for the ores, because I should put them farther off to the right now that I think about it. Alright, I have ways of figuring it out. Shall we build more labs? I swear my cat's the only cat that I know of that can literally fall asleep to the point that they're snoring. Okay, what's going on? Why is power becoming a problem? Ah, that makes sense. And it's because iron has become well overstocked. Yeah, you said you were enjoying it. You're making me want it more and more. The more you tell me that you've been enjoying it. There are a couple of qualities of it I'm not sure I'm gonna like, but I can't judge it too harshly because I haven't played it yet. Its use of magic is interesting, and I'm curious what that means. The static character is a little bit of an annoyance to me. I've been playing a lot of... it's not like I have an issue with it, per se, but with it being the way that it is, it makes it more of a... Oh, it's not just one character? It's not the situation of it being one character, it's kind of like the thought process of the difference between Skyrim and Assassin's Creed. In Assassin's Creed, you have, you play as a character that was made by the game developers. You don't make your own. Sounds like Unity. Sounds like, was it, I think it was, no, it wasn't Unity. There was an Assassin's Creed game that did the same idea. You had one who was really good at fighting and one who was really good at stealth. I'll have to take more of a closer look at it. It's just that $70 is a lot to drop on a game right now. There's a lot of more things I could be spending my money on. I didn't play enough of that one to really get the feel of that, but yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. With how much I play GTA, it's surprising how little I played the main campaign. Import priority right. That should have already been set up. I don't know why it wasn't. I swear all you can think about is D&D. Not that I would say that's a bad thing. Surprisingly, yes, I do. We've met once or twice before. Getting about to the 1.5 hour mark. We're probably not going to do a super long stream today, and I do apologize, but I will not be doing a stream tomorrow. There's a couple of reasons why I won't be streaming tomorrow. Most of them have to do with life, but a few of them have to do with I don't know what I'm going to do for a stream tomorrow. I don't feel like doing Factorio again. So I was going to try and do something else. I can't think of anything. There will be if I end up thinking of something, there will be a stream tomorrow, but right now I'm planning on just not having it. I have it set up now to have what is basically a prevention of a permanent blackout. So what I might do between episodes or between streams is I might come in and let it finish up all the research it's doing right now, and then bring you guys back in the next stream with everything from here, from like I said, from these warehouses down removed, so that you guys don't have to sit there and watch that entire thing. Bananas. No, there is no more stone. I thought there was one more thing that produced stone, but there isn't. Input priority left. Input priority left. Instead of banana, how about spaghetti? Poor bots. Set them away from the deconstruction area. I could always just turn my backpack off as well to get them all back. Yes, we. I think we accidentally deleted one in our thing between edits. Well, our thing between this version, Scrappy and not Scrappy. One thing I should do this right now so that I have it set up, is I should set up a system to do, to make concrete. So we can make a bunch of warehouses. So sand, crushed iron, and water. Let's grab out you. So I need a little bit of brick. Go. You will make water. You will make concrete. You will make warehouses. Sand, crushed iron. And steel. There we go. That'll get us a bunch of warehouses. And I'll take the steel scrap out of there once in a while and put it into the system. There goes all of our steel. Steel. And there we go. has a plan. Get lucky. 1, 2, 3. Crystals. Right. Wood. To the right. Priority to the right. Sykes left. The guy who created the Void forgot about it, because I think I figured out where his glitch came from. Actually, now I think about it now. Oops. I'm gonna have to go get those. There is one technology I'm hoping to get before we rebuild the base, so if I do end up doing stuff between streams, I am going to do technology. Technology I really want before we redesign the base, because I feel like it's going to be really necessary. Superior quality modules, what? Superior quality modules must be assorted before they can be used as modules. Huh? What does it do? I was wondering when we were going to start running into gold. Confused. Huh. I guess we'll find out. At some point. But yeah, I want to get electric furnaces before we redesign the base. So that's one reason why I'm still pushing through the science as hard as I am. Because if I can get electric furnaces, we can redesign the entirety of our furnace setup to be better than it currently is. I plan on using a lot of the Void craft to get our blue science up and running before, without me having to worry too much about it. So this will be for blue science when we get to it. Actually, this will be. It's all the same, sulfur, red circuits, and engine units. We'll be using Voidcraft to mostly avoid all of the issues of scraps and stuff like that for a while. Just dumping everything into the ocean. And then we'll look into this later. We'll look into the way to do it actually later. And then blue science, modular armor, which means we're actually getting close to being able to redesign the go back to just writing green sciences. Shards is taking a minute, which an easy way to fix that would be to go up to here, grab some shards, and then bring in that. Brushed smelting productivity. Wait a minute, what? Interesting. That's something to look into later. There's the electric furnaces we need though. So what I need now is iron and brick. Should keep making warehouses. Warehouses are always useful to have more of. And I'm not going to be making a lot of them all the time, so. So you can now make blue science. You can make blue science. So I need sulfur, engines, and red chips. So this one needs to make sulfur. Backlist. Sulfur. One needs to make red chips, so void chips, and then this one needs to make engines, so engines. red chip? Can I not make chips from... Oh... Fuck yeah. I don't have the recipe for it yet. Ah, that's what it is. Okay, that's fine. Go for that recipe next. And then engines. Come on, come on. Do not throw out engines or electric components. You can do electric engines. You can do engines. Red circuits. Left list. Red circuits. Blue circuits. Green circuits. Green circuits. Blue circuits. The true power of void. Good news is we are going to get to the electric furnaces. What's this? Deep mining productivity. Interesting. I don't know if this will actually improve the void stuff that I'm doing, so that's one reason why I don't normally research this, but we're going to anyways because it needs to build up some more time before it starts actually using blue science. We're going to burn that blue science in record time. I like how the engine units still can't keep up. Oh, no, wait, they can. It's actually the red circuits that can't keep up. Plastic pets. Interesting. Radioactive waste. Complex. technically that does mean we also really need, I think, red circuits for actually making them. Yes. So I'm going to let this keep running to make us red circuits. But we're probably not going to need any more blue science because, actually, long-handed inserters would be useful for blue science. Let's also get advanced oil processing. Then that one. Tar processing? Probably should. Tar is a byproduct from oil now. We'll look into uranium later. Something tells me nuclear power is going to be a lot more intense with plutonium. So we're definitely not going to be doing that anytime soon. I kind of wish there was a technology that eventually let you decrease how much scrap you were going to get. Decrease the percentage of how much you got for the things. It'd actually be kind of cool if it was like, it started out at like 70% and then you had to do a research that you got periodically through the game, which would improve your percentages of getting it back. As far as I want for today. We also have our electric furnaces built, or we have our electric furnaces researched. In between episodes, in between streams, I'm probably going to let this system run in order to produce a bit more. This was supposed to be temporary, and I ended up letting it run way too long. Eventually, I might have the overflows like I did originally, but right now I'm not too worried about it. Looks like coal's the main issue. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get around to starting to fix that old system. building the entire thing in the next one anyways. When you guys get back next week, I'll probably have already torn down everything from here down, and gotten some more stuff to build the pool, to build the, what do you call them? Start working on building the electric furnaces. We have lots of warehouses, which is good because we're gonna need them. And hopefully we'll have a better design for a lot of this stuff, because a lot of this stuff is poorly designed for the long term, which is one reason why we have to do the redesign. I am going to be trying to make it to where we don't have to do another redesign, at least not one as big as we're going to have to do this time. But we will see what happens. But, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys come back for the next one. I've been the Seven Swords, and you've all been amazing. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting the channel. If you guys liked it, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Anything you want to ask me, leave it down in the comment section down below. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.